Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Happy 2020. How is the year so far? I hope it's good and I hope the year is treating you right. It is the 4th of January today as I'm recording this. So I think it's gonna go on the 6th or 7th of January. But it's the first week of January. And you know, the thing that's interesting about New Year's and January is new beginnings. The thrill and the adrenaline is new beginnings, and sometimes it is like the best time to take advantage of resetting yourself and trying to get some initial push to the rest of your year. And so today's video gets me so excited because it's one of those videos that makes you think about your life. No, honestly, it's one of those ones. I have become very open to planning in the recent years. I was those people who thought that planning was something that people who read self-help books do, until I started reading self-help books. And so look at me, I'm planning. So I'm usually excited about planning because it's that one time that life allows you just to dream before it slaps you with realities. So today's video is one of my favorite videos to make, and that is a vision board. So the first vision board I ever made was in 2016, and I didn't put a year tag to it. I just put down the things that I really wanted to do and I really dreamt of doing, and I was hoping that one day in my life I would be able to make them come to life. And so I made my first vision board that I would look for a picture and then start right here. And it was pretty basic. I just drew on some things that I wanted, wrote things that I was hoping to achieve. I just used my creative freedom as somebody who has some little background in art to create. It was amazing. I stuck it on my wall and I sort of went about my day. Now, of course, the whole idea of a vision board, as opposed to say writing down your goals and things like that, is that it's like a visual representation. And if you know, there are different types of learning. And so one of them is visual, and the thing about a visual representation is that it's sort of these images that just keep sticking into your head and you keep conjuring them up as you go along your day, and you, I guess, remember better that you put down a goal like that. So I made my first one and I just went out my day trying to achieve. I wasn't necessarily keen on, you know, following the path of the vision board, but back of the mind I knew that there are things I wanted to do. Fast forward 2 years later, you know, at some point you even forget about it. Then 2 years later, or 1.5 years later, I was looking down at my vision board, just mentally taking what I've done and what I haven't done. And I had covered about 95% of what was in my vision board. Quite subconsciously though, because I wanted to start a website, and so I just knew I wanted to start a website. I was just looking for the right time to have a website, and I got one. I wanted to partner with someone, and the chance came, and I checked everything, and I was so, you know, gobsmacked, and so I picked it up. So last year I did my second one that I wrote a blog post. I did my second one last year that I wrote a blog post for. Right under below in the description box you'll find a link, and it basically shows you how to make your vision board. Basically, like, I have a template. If you need one, there's a template. It's in the blog. You can go download it and use it to make your own vision board, whether it's hard copy or soft copy. But this year I just wanted to show you the process via video of how I get everything together on a vision board. So there's also the question of whether you should do a hard copy versus a soft copy one. Now, depending on the state of your lifestyle at that particular moment. So my first ever vision board was hard copy, and it worked at the time because I was at home and I had somewhere to stick it. But in my second vision board, I was traveling a lot. I was moving between homes, and because I had more than one home, I just couldn't commit to putting it in one home because I don't know how long I would be in that home. Does that make sense? Maybe? Okay. So yeah, so I made a soft copy one instead, and it was my wallpaper, and it was a wallpaper of my laptop, and I basically just carried it along with me. I had it in soft, I had it on drive, just in case I needed to pick a few things from it. This year, again, my vision board was in soft copy. Now this year was because of, I guess, two things. So I still haven't settled on what is home and what is not home at this point. So I'm shuffling a bit here and there, and that makes me not be able to commit to one space. And the second reason is because I don't have old magazines. I don't necessarily buy magazines. Everything I do online. So sourcing for various aspects to put on my vision board was much easier if I just assembled them online, and that's exactly what I did. So in this video, I'm just going to show you the step-by-step process of how I got there, you know, maybe give you a few ideas on how to do yours, and yeah. So let's get right into the video. Remember to like and comment and subscribe on this video, and share it with your friend who can share it with their friends, and we grow the family. I hope this video is very useful because I really aim to put out useful content, and I hope that it helps someone know how to do a vision board, I guess. So let's get into the video. This year I began my vision board in October. So I was really excited for 2020, especially because 2019 was a ball of everything. So I felt like 2020 should have been a little bit more organized. So I started it in October of 2019. For this exercise, the first thing you need is an actual notebook. So this is my handy dandy 2019 notebook. Of course, 2020 is gonna have its own notebook because I'm stationary junkie. But so I started by writing down things I wanted for my 2019-2020 vision board. So just to jot down things as they came to me throughout the year, and that's what I did in this book. Then I found this really helpful tool, and it's a notebook sort of ish that helps you to reflect and has some structure to how you reflect on the year and approach the next year. So it's called The Year Ahead, and you can download it for free and then print it and then fill it in, which is exactly what I did. And in October they hadn't released the new year, so I just downloaded the same template that they usually use for every year. This one was from 2018 to 2019, but I changed mine from 2019 to 2020, and it has like 20 pages that you fill in. It's gonna take you maybe a few days or a few hours if you sit down to do everything on the same day, but it has things that you know, highlighting the big things through your calendar year, what your last year was about, a bunch of things that are very helpful. You can even draw in there. I can't show you mine because it has a lot of private things, but you draw in, you know, just whichever way you go about it, it's going to be so helpful to help you fill in. So then that was now the year 2020, and I made my vision board based off of the questions on this page. I believe it's page 15. Page 15, they're numbered. So I made my vision board off of page 15, and that is basically what my year was, what I hoped my year 2020 was going to be about. So some of the things that are like some of the nudges, I want to say nudges. Some of the nudges that they give you to be able to, you know, think about it is in terms of personal life and family, work, studies and profession, belongings, relaxation, hobbies and creativity, friends and community, health and fitness, intellectual, emotional and spiritual, then bucket list and finances. So I used page 15 as the basis of filling in what I wanted, and I filled it in. Then I went on to look for visual representations of the things that I filled in here from the internet, okay? So I downloaded the pictures that were representative of what my 2020 is going to be about. I named that folder Vision Board 2020. So the next big step is to put these images and ideas that you have written down and assemble them into one sheet. So I like to use Adobe InDesign for that. You can use anything that you're comfortable with, as long, you know, anything you're comfortable with. If it's Word, that's fine. If it's MS Paint, that's okay. And if it's downloading it and then sticking it yourself, that's also fine. So I have a template on my blog that has some sort of nudges on how to arrange a vision board in case that's too much for you. So that's what we're going to use today. So the first things first, I open the folder in InDesign, and so I have my template. So the first top, the top of the page represents my feeling for the year, okay? So I have what I'm going to fill overall, or what I want to fill in 2020. And then the bottom part contains my word for the year, okay? So what I'm going to fill goes up top, my word for the year goes down. And then I sort of, for organization's sake, I just put nudges of, you know, travel, career, happiness, and home. Those are just my nuggets. You can be anything. You can put family, you can put house, you can put career, you can put, I don't know, anything, hobbies, anything. But for me, my biggest things right now, career and getting home and just feeling overly happy. So my word for the year was, is yes. So I just want to be able to say yes to opportunities and yes to experiences, because I am not being very open and yesy in the past. begin to arrange everything. Of course, at the heart of my vision board is 2020 goals, because that's what it is. And then so I started putting things that I felt. All right, so for instance, I want to learn Adobe After Effects, so I put there After Effects. I have a goal for my YouTube channel, so I put there my YouTube channel there to remind me that I have a goal for it for 2020. I want to blog more and turn my blog into something that I want to figure out, so I put my blog there. I want to read my Bible more, I put it there. Up at top of the career, I want to make my photography game a little bit more professional, so I put it up there. I want to read more books, there it is. I want to exercise and eat healthy, it's up there. I want to really watch my weight, there it is. I want to enhance my yoga practice, it's really bad right now, so there it is. So something, of course, then I put some things for my home. I've been collecting this on Pinterest because I just want to make my home a little bit more, to decide what's home first. I think I sort of have made my mind up, and to begin to create a space that I love and that I am comfortable to stay in. So I picked some inspiration from Pinterest that I just put there. Of course, saving, I talked about it. And then something else you can add now to your vision board, apart from just visual pictures of what you want, is quotes and things that remind you of things that you want to be reminded of. Wow, that was long. Yeah, so I'm not a very quotey person, to be fair, okay? And I just wanted to put some things that, like, psych, let's go get it. So I just made this one down in designer's bulb, just, some patience there. I need to remember to be patient. I need not to compare myself with people on the internet. That one is like high up there. To remember to shoot my shot, to show up. Then I found this really cute quote that I really just wanted to put there, which is showing up is half the battle. I put that there. And then I wanted to present my traveling. I put some there, and my relationship, and I put it there as well. And my dream destination is there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to achieve that in 2020, but I put it there because maybe end of 2020, who knows. So I just brought together this pictures. So tips that I just wanted to leave you, I wanted to highlight along this journey. The first is that try and incorporate also pictures and representations of you. You know you can be your own goal, right? So yes, I try and put pictures of us in, say, good times, and things that just remind me that we, you know, we can do great things. Like, we are also a representation of something. Okay, like you want an amazing relationship. We had an amazing relationship in 2019, so I put it there. I'm like, yeah, remember those two people, they are couple goals for you. I know that sounds very conceited, you know. Or a destination that you went and that represents travel. So you putting nuggets of yourself just really personalizes your vision board and makes it just really good for you. So that I found really cool. Then of course you resize your images to fit your canvas, and which is something I find very useful for doing it on soft copy. You can just resize it to fit everything that you want to fit in your vision board. So you can also be very wordy. I just happen not to be very wordy, so I have a lot of images. But for other examples of other vision boards, they're more wordy, more quotey. You can find them on Pinterest, and here are just a few of them. But yeah, this is my vision board, and something else I did, the reason why I started to work on it in October was the fact that I wanted to introduce a few of the things that I want to put on my vision board and start doing them to ease myself into them. And so I started making it really early and constructing it in my notebook before I put it down here, so that I can be able to cover a couple of things, you know, like taking water. Dude, you just don't wake up and take the ideal water that you want to take, amount of water that you want to take. So I started easing myself from 2019 right into 2020. I'm still there, just trying to build it up, really build it up. My YouTube channel, same thing. I started it last year, and I'm just easing myself into the swing of things. And yeah, so really it's just that simple. Okay, there's no like technicality, thinking about a lot of things. You just really put things that represent you and personalize it to your own taste. And remember, this is something that you want to keep. This is something that you want to save on your screen. This is something that you want to keep seeing every day and reminding you to be focused. So make it as interesting and as amazing as you possibly can, because yeah. So that's my vision board, and that's how I make my vision board. And I hope you enjoyed watching me make my vision board, and I hope that you're going to make yours too. Thank you for watching, and thank you so much for coming back and subscribing. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. You can also catch up with my favorite series, which is Just for Christmas, that I made for last holiday season, but it's still things that apply to, I guess, everyday life, and you can catch them right here and right here. And I'm going to see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.